Hello traders, welcome back. My name is Tomasz Wiśniewski. I'm a chief analyst in Alpari Research and Analysis, and this is daily analytical report. After a small break, because we were on the seminars in Malaysia during the weekend, and now we're back. So we can continue with the daily analytical report. I think that at least for 2-3 weeks after that, we will have seminars in Philippines. So we continue with our stuff. Business as usual. Let me show you the calendar first, because we always need to know what's gonna happen, what is going to happen, and we are expecting GDP from UK. There is a nice situation actually on British pound. We'll see if it will be strengthened, if the technical signal will be strengthened by the data, or it will be denied. Apart from that, CPE, PCE from US a little bit later. On Friday, just the data from Japan, because we're slowly heading towards Easter. Well, countries like UK and US are having Easter, and most of the Europe, so the trading volume will decrease. We shouldn't get any fireworks on Friday. We shouldn't get any fireworks on Monday as well. The volatility and liquidity should be back on Tuesday. So as you can see, calendar is pretty empty. We can go to the charts, and actually normally I have a lot of charts, but I removed them all. I think it's time to analyze the markets from the very beginning. So I will show you how I do that. You will go through all the process of analyzing charts. I think we'll do this today and tomorrow as well, because I don't think we will be able to be able to analyze all the markets today during this half an hour, because we have so many instruments. First, we'll start with the cable, because indeed there is a nice situation on H1, H4 chart. What you can see here is a head and shoulder pattern, right? So first, what I want to do, I'm sorry, not this one. First, what I want to do is actually, why I do have this line? I think I was showing that on the seminar. I don't want to have horizontal line. So what I wanted to do is to show you the main uptrend line. Yeah, I think this one has many points here, 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 here. So currently this will be the main uptrend line. Go a bit lower, like that. Then another one, I think another one is pretty clear, especially on hourly chart. This will be here, 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 here. Yes, touching this top as well. So that is a wide area of support and resistance. This is head and shoulder pattern. Left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. So let me write that, and then shoulder. S, not TS, but S. P. H. So this is head and shoulder pattern. The thing is that we broke the neckline of this formation. If you want to be precise, the neckline is more narrow. That is the neckline. I think we can change the color here. This is the neckline, and the neckline was broken, was defended as a resistance, so that's a full legitimate sell signal here. We don't have much. The red line is a long-term uptrend line, and this one will be a mid-term uptrend line, so I need to change the color. And now we stopped on this line, exactly on this line. Breakout of this line should give us movement towards the uptrend line here. The next horizontal support is here. The next horizontal support is here. So I think that price getting there here would be a nice movement, would be a nice technical pattern, and I would love to see that. The price breaking this uptrend line, and this support, and aiming the long-term uptrend line. That's quite a nice situation on cable. It's a quite decent risk to reward ratio. Stop loss is like 60 pips, take profit is 130, 2 to 1, which is quite good. Price coming back above the neckline will deny the sell signal here and will be a decent buying opportunity. So that's the cable with the decent situation. Let me check Australian dollar to Japanese dollar. You will go through all the process of opening a position. So first it should be a daily chart. On a daily chart you can see that this pair is on a long-term horizontal support resistance. Here this support was recently broken and is now being used as a resistance. What I'm seeing here is an inverse head and shoulder formation, left shoulder, head and right shoulder. So this breakout of this support may be a false breakout. There is a neckline like that. The neckline was broken. So this resistance was broken, then tested as a support. And as you can see, this pair likes head and shoulder formations. You can see here left shoulder, head and right shoulder. Okay, so let me check the Fibos. They are not respected, so we can remove them. The price breaking the neckline, coming back above the horizontal resistance, that's a positive sign, and we should get a further upswing on Australian dollar to Japanese yen. Price coming below this purple area will be a strong sell signal, because that will be a denial of the inverse head and shoulder formation. So I'm gonna leave this chart. If the situation will not be interesting for me, I will just remove the chart from my platform, but I'm keeping this chart because it's kind of promising. Let's go with the next one, Australian dollar to American dollar. So as you can see, trading process is pretty simple. You don't waste your time to do too much stuff. Australian dollar to American dollar. We are in a very important place right now. In the long term, what do you see in the long term? That the recent rise in the last few years is just a flag in the huge downtrend. And this flag was stopped here on this horizontal resistance. So we may experience a strong drop here. Okay, I think we need to adjust this line to the recent price movements. Yes, that looks much better. There is this resistance here. Super important. Super important, which recently resulted with a bounce from it. The price broke it, used that as a resistance twice. 1, 2. So that is actually a very negative sign for the Australian dollar to American dollar. What we got was a symmetric triangle pattern. with breakout of the lower line of this symmetric triangle. So now I would look for a resistance here, and that would be a nice sell. I'm also keeping this situation here, although there is no trading signal here right now, but the pattern looks nice itself. Next one, Swiss franc to Japanese yen. Again, we start from the daily chart to estimate what the trend is. The trend is negative because we broke this horizontal support here. I think that we need to adjust this support to the recent price swings always. So those are not relevant anymore. I think it's all about those levels here. Yes, that will be important now. What we are seeing here is we try to pull inverse head and shoulder formation out of it. That can be interesting. So that is left shoulder. Okay. And that is a head. And that is a right shoulder. Let me just draw the Fibos. Alright, makes sense. So breakout of this. Okay, also we'll change the color. Breakout of this red area, which is a neckline in this case, will trigger a buy signal with a potential aim here. Not my type of trade, but I need to respect head and shoulder formations because they work. Why not my type of trade? Because that was a counter trend trade and I always try to follow trends. Euro to Australian dollar, extremely bullish. I won't even be bothered to analyze this because I don't like to buy in such places. I would love to wait for a reversal, well, which is kind of happening right now. So let me. The next good place to buy would be this horizontal support, so I will still have some time to wait and see. So no reason to keep this pair alive. Euro to Canadian dollar. Let me just remove the previous lines. On the euro to Canadian dollar, head and shoulder formation. That can be a pretty good one. That's a proper neckline. Left shoulder, head and right shoulder. Price getting here will be a legitimate sell signal. As for the potential target for this movement, I think that it wouldn't be too much if the price decreased here. Also taking into the consideration this uptrend line, I think that target here would be pretty nice. Yes. Price getting here to this. Okay, let me change the color again. Orange area triggers a sell signal with the potential target in the red area. All right, that's a good one. So we're leaving that here. Euro to Swiss franc. On a daily chart, not particularly interesting. I don't like the situation here. I don't like the situation here either. I'm not bothered to analyze it. Euro to British pound recently gave me a huge profit. I traded sell here and close here. That was one of the best trades, maybe not in my lifetime. Well, I can say actually that it was one of the best, most technical trades in my lifetime. I was really happy with the outcome of this situation. So this head and shoulder formation, which was also a false breakout above this horizontal support, and this resulted in a huge reversal. Very enjoyable movement. And now what we are having here is a kind of a bounce, but not very strong. There is this support. Here, I'm wondering how much did we... 38.2. We can leave Fibonacci because we can see that Fibonacci is kind of respected here. What is going to happen now? I would risk the... Obviously there is no sell signal here. Sell signal will be created once we'll break 23.6 and go to this X. But the situation is not tradable for me anymore. It was here when I was selling. It was here when I was closing the position, but now not. But I'm gonna keep it on a platform just from the sentiment. What do we have here? Euro to Japanese yen. Daily chart looks like that. How about this horizontal area? Yes, it's still respected. Now it was a support, it's a resistance now. All right. Let's assume it makes sense. Be precise, we need to adjust this line. Looks kind of like a double bottom formation. But as long as we stay below the orange area, the sentiment is negative. Actually, apart from this horizontal support resistance, I don't see anything interesting, so remove. Nice sideways trend on euro dollar. That situation will be definitely very tradable. So we have a horizontal support here. We do have a horizontal resistance here. And now the price is being locked. Only the breakout of this uptrend line will not mean anything. Like the breakout of this downtrend line didn't mean anything either. So the crucial here for the long-term situation on euro dollar will be upper line and the lower line here. Sell signal will be better because euro dollar is kind of overbought. So I think it would be hard to climb higher and higher and higher. But the correction here would be more than welcomed. Just 23.6 is here, but I think 38.2 is totally reachable. So, to sum up, breakout of the lower orange line triggers sell signal, breakout of the upper orange line triggers as a buy signal. Personally, I would love to see the breakout of the lower line here, because the potential movement would be bigger. We leave this chart opened. British pound to Australian dollar. Yes, this wedge is about to finish with a drop. That is just a chance for a correction. So what we do have here is this support. And we are clearly aiming to this support after the price will break from this channel up formation. That's a counter trend trade, so it's not for me. But I do see this kind of setups very often, so, and I know they work. So breakout of this lower line should trigger us a sell signal. Maybe even this deep to test this uptrend line. Yes, it looks alright. What kind of trade is my thing? My kind of trade is price getting there, creating a reversal pattern, and that's where I would buy. That's my kind of trade. So we leave this situation because it's kind of interesting. British pound to Canadian dollar, probably it will be similar. Same but different, as they say in Asia. We do have a horizontal support here. Here, no, I don't like this. British pound to Swiss franc. They met a horizontal resistance here. I also don't like it. British pound to Japanese yen. One of the traders' favorite. Clear up trend line broken and then tested as a resistance. Horizontal resistance here. I would love to see the price breaking the lower line here, the lower black line, because breakout of the lower black line, that will be an ultimate sell signal. What we do have here is a flag or a wedge in a downtrend. A resistance is defended, uptrend line is defended as a resistance, not as a support. So price getting here, that is an ultimate sell signal, and I would love to see this. I would definitely trade this. New Zealand dollar to Japanese yen. Horizontal support defended again. Potentially that is a very bullish sign. But buy signal will be created once we will break this resistance, and this resistance is a neckline of this inverse head and shoulder formation, so there is a double shoulder. It depends how you look on it, that's not really important. We can have a one shoulder here, we can have a head, we can have a right shoulder. Price getting price getting here is an ultimate buy signal. Even that's a buy signal, but price getting there, that's an ultimate buy signal. I'm also gonna keep it on my screens. Very good risk to reward ratio. Buy here, stop loss here, take profit here. Very enjoyable. Possibly. New Zealand dollar to American dollar. We had this left shoulder, head and right shoulder, false breakout. Too many false breakouts here. Also inverse head and shoulder formation here. I don't like this situation. They are just playing with the traders. I'm not the guy that want to take want to be fooled by the markets. So I'm just gonna skip this. Uptrend line, left shoulder, possibly right shoulder, head, breakout of this neckline triggers us a very strong sell signal, but so far so good. American dollar to Swiss franc, that will be the last one analyzed today. You remember about this inverse head and shoulder formation? Left shoulder, head and right shoulder. But unfortunately we do have also a wedge formation here. So on a weekly chart, look, we defended this. The price came below this support and then created a false breakout pattern. Here, that's an inverse head and shoulder formation. We are back above this this support. We crashed 38.2, which is pretty remarkable, but we still do have a wedge formation. It's not the best, actually the best thing. So, how to trade it? Price getting here is an ultra strong sell signal. But as long as we stay above, the sentiment is positive. So if you believe in that, buying here, stop loss here makes sense. Stop loss here makes sense. If you don't believe in that, you just wait for the price to get here to the support. Breaking the support will be a strong buy signal. As you can see, we analyze 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 instruments. Some of them have really promising trading setups. Oh, we should have a data for the cable in 2 minutes. I guess we can wait for them. Because the situation from the technical point of view is sell. After we broke the neckline and defended the neckline as a resistance. So it's sell, so sell is more probable here, we will see. Australian dollar to Japanese yen, and that's more of a buy signal here. To be precise, actually, price closing above this area is a buy signal. Australian dollar to American dollar, that's more of a sell. Here, price closing above the neckline. Swiss franc to Japanese yen above the neckline is a buy signal. Euro to Canadian dollar, price getting to the orange area is a sell signal. Euro to British pound, price getting below to this sign is a sell signal. Euro dollar, price breaking the lower orange line, sell signal. Price breaking the upper orange line, buy signal. British pound to Australian dollar, that's a sell signal, and I'm waiting for the price to get here and create maybe a nice reversal pattern. British pound to Japanese yen, breakout of the lower line, sell signal. New Zealand dollar to Japanese yen, breakout of the upper line of the neckline, buy signal. Breakout of the downtrend line, buy signal. American dollar to Canadian dollar, breakout of the horizontal neckline, sell signal. And American dollar to Swiss franc, breakout of the horizontal support here, sell signal. Let's check the cable in 5 seconds. Probably the data is in line with expectations, maybe slightly better because the cable is going slightly higher. So for the first few seconds show us that the fundamentals go against the technical signal. But I don't think the difference was big. Yeah, in line and with expectations, as we said. So that's why we don't have any big movements on the cable. I think we should continue after some time. When the traders will adjust to the situation, we should continue with the technical trading here. That was a very enjoyable one. I am happy that I could refresh my charts with you, and you could see the trading process, the process of analyzing charts. Thanks very much, guys. Now a short break, half an hour break, and after that we'll have a webinar about trading psychology. Thanks very much and see you soon.